Hey everyone, how's it going? Back on the channel again here today, and just thought I'd have a little chat and just talk about what the games I've been playing lately are. More specifically, what I've been playing over the course of the last 30 days. I have an app called BG Stats that I use to track my plays. I find it fun. I'm someone who finds data interesting, at least if it's data about something that I like or enjoy. So uh, a game that's tracking my tabletop gaming and things. I enjoy it. So yeah, the app's called BG Stats. I use it. It tracks plays, who you play the game with. It tracks wins. You have like a percentage on each of your games. Yeah, it's a cool app. I really enjoy it. Yeah, it's useful for tracking what games are in your collection as well. If I didn't already say that, but yeah, I was just looking at my app, and so figured, you know what, why not talk about what I've been playing lately? We had a pretty long hiatus on the channel in terms of getting back into it. I just thought that would be an interesting thing to chat about. So, yeah, over the past 30 days, I've been playing, well, actually, only three different games. So, first off, I'll start with the one I played the least. So, I played Terraforming Mars once, and that was just, well, this video isn't going up the day I film it, but in terms of when I'm filming this video, that was three evenings ago. So yeah, played Terraforming Mars with a friend and his roommate. So it was, yeah, we had a nice, great three-player game of that. It was a tight one. It was really good actually. So I hadn't actually beaten that friend in Terraforming Mars before ever. I mean, granted, I haven't been playing the game that long for I don't know when the first time I played it was. I think it was Halloween actually. So, ooh, was it? Yeah, I believe it was Halloween actually. So, yeah, it's spooky stuff going up to Mars. I mean, it's pretty freaky. It's, you know, I'd be claustrophobic. So, but yeah, with just some festive Halloween terraform. Okay, now this is bothering me. I can't remember if that actually. No, it was Halloween. Okay, and yeah, anyway, I'm going on a massive side tangent, but basically, I had never beaten this friend at Terraforming Mars before, and he's someone that I've played tabletop games with for forever, really, since I was actually quite young. Like since I've been in elementary school. We grew up on the same street and everything, and we've both been into the hobby for a long time. So yeah, we of course, you know, we got a friendly rivalry, and he had either him or our other friend had won all our games to date of Terraforming Mars, to be clear. And yeah, finally got a little dose of revenge on him. So pardon me. They say that revenge is a dish best served cold, and I don't think there's too much colder than the frigid temperatures of an unterraformed Mars. So it was, yeah, that was very satisfying to come out on top there. Really fun game. It was very tight too. Wasn't clear who was gonna win literally until we were doing final scoring. Honestly, I was still concerned he was gonna catch me with his victory points from off of his cards. So yeah, great game, really fun. And that was just yeah, it was 3 nights ago from when I'm filming this video. Then the next most played game is Onitama. So yeah, if you've been following our recent uploads, you've seen me talk about that game quite a bit, and for good reason. It's an excellent two-player abstract strategy game. So yeah, I've played Onitama 3 times within the past 30 days. They've all actually been since I think they've actually been within the they've been about within the past week since I'm filming this. So all three of them using the Light and Shadow expansion, which having played with it oh, yeah, no, 3 times. Having played with it 3 times now, there was actually a fourth, but I screwed up a rule, so which totally affected the game, so I'm just not even counting that one. That's why I was kind of tripping out. But yeah, 3 actual games of it. And yeah, it's such a good expansion. I love it. The ninjas, the hidden movement mechanic adds so much. It adds so much tension and just strategy as well in terms of how you use your ninjas. So I love it. It adds a nice amount of uncertainty and unknown to the game too. The lanterns are cool as well. That adds a little bit more depth to the game. It's a great expansion. If you're a fan of Onitama and you haven't played Light and Shadow, I highly recommend checking it out. And yeah, then my most played game over the last 30 days is playtesting for 7th Sea City of 5 Sales. So yeah, I've been playtesting that game. I'm really excited for the Kickstarter when it comes. It's a game I'm extremely excited for. I'm excited for there to be a lot more public information about the game. I'm really excited for when it actually releases and the game gets out into people's hands, because I think there's a ton of potential with this game, and I would love to see the community a community really grow around this game. I think it's the right game for it. It's an expandable card game. It's a story-driven expandable card game as well. I feel like it really fills a current void. I mean, especially in terms of a two-player oriented expandable card game, because there's Vampire the Masquerade Rivals, which we've covered on the channel a bit as well. But that game is geared a little more towards the multiplayer side. Yes, yeah, you can play it head-to-head, but I believe that game's optimal at... I haven't played it yet at 3 or 4, but at least from the single-player games I played, there's been a lot of cards and mechanics where I'm like, hey, this would be better with more players. So, and that's what I've heard as well. So, yeah, very excited for 7th Sea City of 5 Sales. Having a new expandable head-to-head card game come out is just extremely exciting. I like the theme a lot. The 7th Sea theme was something that was like, I'd heard of it, but until I got into playtesting, this game was pretty new to me, and things I found out about it's really very interesting, based on, I believe it's kind of an analog of 17th century Europe, or I mean, in terms of like Terra is the whole world, but like Thea is the kind of Europe analog, I believe. So yeah, you have nations like Avalon, which is an analog for the United Kingdom, or England maybe. Then you have like Montaigne, which is France, like very, very clearly France. The French names, they speak French. You have Vodace, which is Italy, very clearly Italy. Then you have Usura, which is Russia. And yeah, it's very cool seeing those parallels. It's a rich universe. It has a long history as well, back into the late 90s, I believe. There was the first edition of the RPG. There was a collectible card game. And since then, there has been the second edition of the RPG, and now 7th Sea City of 5 Sales, which is going to be coming out. So, yeah, very, very exciting time. I've been really enjoying playtesting as well. It's really cool seeing the development process there. And yeah, currently we've been doing like a playtest tournament as well, where we're playing amongst each other. That's been really fun. So yeah, I'd love to get into more details about it, but we'll just have to wait until that stuff is made public. But yeah, if it's definitely a game that I recommend having on your radar, particularly if you're interested in expandable card games in any capacity. I absolutely recommend having this game on your radar. So yeah, those are the 3 different games I've played with over the past 30 days. I guess in terms of conversation, this kind of brings me to, where do I see myself going over the next 30 days? Well, and honestly, this was an idea I had right now, so this is all completely off the cuff. I haven't really planned what to say here. I mean, more playtesting for sure. I would really love to, well, I would love to keep doing that, and trying to do my part to help the game to get to the most balanced state possible. Maybe some Arkham or Lord of the Rings LCG. I'd love to do some unboxings for those games soon. I'm trying to decide which one I would dive into first. I'm more inclined to do Arkham, but with the caveat that I do, as I mentioned in the What's in the Box video, I really would like to pick up a particular investigator before I do a playthrough of a bunch of Arkham scenarios. So maybe Lord of the Rings first, but that remains to be seen. In terms of other games, yeah, would love to get some more playthroughs of Terraforming Mars. It's just an amazing game. I'm really happy I picked it up. I would love to get my 3D printed tiles onto the table because I haven't had the. Well, actually, they're all still in the shrink. I haven't unboxed either of those games either from the What's in the Box, and I would love to do that soon as well. And Nemesis. I actually do have upcoming plans to play Nemesis, so very excited for that. Nemesis is a really fun game, extremely thematic. It's a very immersive experience. It's a difficult game to table, but when you do, it really brings quite a unique experience. So yeah, I'm probably forgetting something. I'd love to play some more Netrunner as well, but yeah, I mean we'll see. We'll see what gets to the table over the course of the next 30 days, over the next month. So until then, maybe I'll even report back and tell you guys how it went. We'll see. You know what? Actually, in the comments down below, let me know what games you've been playing lately, because I'd love to hear it. Maybe we can get a good spark a good conversation about what we've been up to in the tabletop world down below in the comments. So until then, as always, I should really say this stuff earlier in the video because a number of you probably aren't still listening by this point, but if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help us out. Consider liking the video as well. The more likes, it just helps out the YouTube algorithm in terms of our videos popping up. So that's a good way to support the channel as well if you'd like to. And yeah, comment down below what you've been playing. All right, take care, guys. Until next time. We'll see you later.